Hey, I'm Kevin. Welcome to New World Carpentry Solutions. All right, so I know you guys watched the previous video where we assembled our Paulk-style bench. One of the last things that you have to do to actually make them a functional Paulk-style bench is to turn the top into an MFT-style top. And to do so, you need to drill out several bench dog holes, but the placement and the location and the accuracy of these bench dog holes are extremely important. I typically will grab a piece of pegboard and actually mark every fourth hole, then use a self-centering bit, then come back with a 3/4 inch bit. But currently in my shop, I don't have any pegboard, and this is a fairly small bench, so I'm going to trust that my T-square will be fine enough. I have checked the bench itself during the assembly process. It is perfectly square. So if I use my T-square off of, again, only using two sides, being one corner or one short side and one of the long sides is referencing off of the same side, and then, I should be able to get a fairly accurate layout. So that's what I'm going to do in this case. Again, typically go for pegboard. The Parf guide system is also extremely good. But again, instead of spending that money, pegboard is also extremely accurate. It's typically what I do. But in this case, it's a small bench. I have a 4-foot long T-square, so we're going to take care of the layout in that manner. After getting all of my holes laid out, I typically will come back with a center punch or a small drill bit and make sure that I'm dialing my bit directly onto each one of those cross marks. So that way I know each one of my bench dogs land out perfectly 4 inches on center. Afterwards, then I'll come back with a 3/4 inch, either paddle bit or Forstner bit. But in this case, I'm going to use a paddle bit and then come back and sand the underside of the bench just to kind of clean all that up. So after we lay everything out, we're going to go into drilling all the holes. And then we can go into coming back and routing all the holes, and then we'll have a perfectly MFT style top with 4-inch by 4-inch space bench dog holes. If you guys do have any questions, definitely leave some comments down below. But for the rest of this, we're kind of just going to let the video play as I kind of go through the actual layout and drilling process. But again, if you have any questions, let me know down below. Like, why is it 4 inches on 4 inches? 4 inch on 4. Why is it 4-inch centers? Any of those questions, definitely reach out and let me know. But I'll show you guys again how I go through the layout process. So you guys pretty much will see everything that I do in this process here. And just like that, we're done with 2 Paulk-style benches. They're functional. One of them's going to go inside of my truck. One's going to stay stationary inside of my shop. And in combination with this smaller one and the older one that has the expandable tabletop, the smaller one's able to pretty much be shuttled around anywhere inside of my shop. So I can stack and load up material and push it from the front to the back. I have a larger work surface here up front. And then I have a small light one that I can then transport inside of my truck. Last step to actually getting these benches complete is to apply the finish. And for all the regular viewers of my channel, you guys know that Danish Oil is one of my favorites. It's really easy to apply. It's durable. It stops glue from actually bonding to any of my benches that I do apply Danish Oil to. And it gives it a little hint of color. So we're actually going to end up doing all my benches with the Danish Oil, and the methods to apply it is pretty simple. You want to throw a glove onto your hands. I'll get either a paper bowl, plastic bowl, some type of flat tray-like container that can hold all of your Danish Oil. You can even use a plastic cup, and then take yourself a clean white rag, dip it into your Danish Oil, and then you want to saturate your surface. Again, you want to like not so much leave puddles, but you want to make sure that the surface itself still looks wet. You don't want to pretty much wipe so much. You don't want to wipe it on and then wipe it directly back off. You want to leave it and let it soak in, kind of like a stain. The Danish Oil does 2 different things. It does add protection, but also adds color. And the protection that I'm aiming for is not so much for durability, but so much for glue. I want to make sure that glue pops right off just like it does on all my melamine tops. So again, a regular coat of Danish Oil and some paste wax will keep my benches clean and working for me, and forever really. But I'm going to let the rest of this play out, and we'll join back up once we have all these stained up. And if you guys have enjoyed this process, please let me know down below. Leave me a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.